The Lord is eternally very beautiful, and He is worshipable by all the inhabitants of every planet. He is ever youthful and always eager to bestow His blessings upon His devotees. So, the description of the form of the Lord and His mood is explained in this verse by Lord Kapila. And very significantly, Srila Prabhupada mentions here that the word Shashvat is very significant. Lord is eternally very beautiful. So, the beautiful form of Lord, the transcendental Satchidanand Vigraha of the Lord is eternal. Sometimes impersonalists think that the impersonal Brahman, the supreme impersonal Brahman, it comes to this material world, he comes to this material world, takes a material form, appears for a while, displays that beauty, and then again leaves this material body which is made of Maya, material elements, and then merges back into the eternal Brahman. So that is called Mayavada philosophy. Mayavada means the Supreme Lord is impersonal, like Brahman, and he comes to this material creation, takes up a form of material elements, right, which is called Maya, material elements, and then after finishing his activities, he'll again go back and merge into Brahman. So the time being, that is a Vyakta form, or the appearing manifest form of the Lord, is made of material elements or Maya, which is not real form. So that's why this philosophy is called as Mayavada philosophy, that they frame the Lord also in their own Mayavada conception or material conception. That Brahman takes a material form and appears like this. So here in this verse, that's why Bhagavatam, each word is so significant. And unless Srila Prabhupada draws our attention to those words, we will not understand that how important these words are. So when Vyasadeva is writing, he is compiling Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, that is his, literary masterpiece, or the ultimate literature that he is giving. Very carefully meditating upon the Lord he is writing. So each and every word of Bhagavatam is so important. Srila Prabhupada mentions like that. So now here this word Shashvat and his beauty. It is not that he appears beautiful to the devotees, but is ultimately impersonal. Shashvat means ever existing. That beauty is not temporary. So that beauty is ever existing. Now another aspect that Srila Prabhupada mentions with respect to this ever existing beauty is his beauty. He is eternally beautiful, he is eternally transcendental, and his beauty never fades or deteriorates. He always appears as ever fresh as a blooming youth. So Lord's beauty is transcendental, ever existing, and it never changes or never fades. Rather, it increases. We read in Chaitanya Charitamrita and hear from Prabhupada also that Krishna is unlimitedly beautiful. There is no limit to his beauty, and he can captivate. By his beauty, he can captivate all the three worlds. Even when we read Bhagavatam, we get to know that even Mahavishnu, Lord Mahavishnu, wanted to see Krishna. So his beauty is unparalleled. There is no comparison to his beauty actually. And when he sees Radharani so beautiful, his beauty in joy of seeing Radharani, Srimati Radharani, his beauty enhances. And when Srimati Radharani sees Lord Krishna's beauty enhancing, Krishna becoming joyful, her beauty enhances. And then when he sees that her beauty is enhancing, then again he becomes joyful, delighted, and his beauty enhances. So it is inconceivable for anybody for that matter. Even devotees also, it is inconceivable that how, when already Lord is supremely beautiful, unparalleled, unlimitedly beautiful, still his beauty goes on increasing. Right? So certain aspects of Lord are such which are inconceivable. Prabhupada mentions this word, if you search for inconceivable, If Lord is not inconceivable, then how come He is Lord? So there has to be some aspects of Lord which are not understood by anybody, and the beauty of Lord is such that even Lord is astonished to see. We hear in Dwarka pastimes, Lord has very glazing floor, made of emeralds and other very precious stones. And once when he was walking by in his palace, and he happened to see his reflection on that floor, he was mesmerized by his own beauty. Rather, he is the enchanter of everybody, right? But even he is mesmerized. So this is inconceivable aspect of Lord. Just with respect to beauty, he is so inconceivable. And he has Parasa Shakti Vividhe Vishvete. He has unlimited potencies, and all of them are inconceivable. Right? So Lord displays his potencies only to the extent that devotees can, understand or appreciate and serve him. So Lord appears before us in the form of Sri Vigraha, right? So he is unlimited Lord, but he has taken the form of Sri Vigraha so that devotees can behold his form, meditate on his form, serve him, relate with him, offer prayers to him, take darshan of him, connect with him through different services. So the beauty of Lord, there is no match, there is no parallel, right? And it is ever increasing. So a devotee, a devotee, for him, this is a satisfaction. Okay, Lord is like this. I cannot, like in Bhagavatam, there is a verse which says that the sky is unlimited. There is no end to the sky. Every bird can fly to the height, height of its own capacity. Like sparrows, we see they fly up to maximum. They can fly up to 50 meters, 60 meters. Crows fly still higher. Vultures, Prabhupada says, up to 7 miles they'll go and they'll search for dead body. So different birds have different capacities, and to their capacity they can fly. But sky is unlimited. So same way Lord is unlimited, and devotees, based on their capacity, whatever Lord has granted, that blessing, that mercy, they can understand the Lord to that extent. And for them, that is the fulfillment. Right? When we say Lord is Sachidanand, living entity is also Sachidanand. Living entity is also eternal. Chit means full of knowledge, and Anand means full of bliss. But Lord is unlimited, infinite. Then how we can be in full knowledge? Right? How we can be in full knowledge? So we are in full knowledge in the sense that we are in full capacity of our knowledge, whatever we can understand. Like there is ocean. Ocean is unlimited. Not unlimited, but it's huge, vast. Now if you have a small glass tumbler, it has a capacity of 200 ml. You fill it, it is in full capacity. You have a bucket of 10 liters, you fill it, it is in full knowledge. So whatever capacity a jiva has, whatever relationship a jiva has, to his full capacity, he can understand Lord to that extent. Like a bird has a capacity to fly 50 meters, 100 meters, that much he can fly. But sky will be unlimited. So our full knowledge means Krishna cannot be known completely, unlimitedly by anybody. No jiva can know Krishna completely. Right? Even Lord Ananta, who is immediate expansion of the Lord, he is Sakshat Vishnu Tattva. Right? He is glorifying the Lord since time immemorial. Right? He is just glorifying the Lord, going on glorifying the Lord since time immemorial. Right? But still he has not just yet begun the glories of the Lord. So he has 1,000, Sahasrafand. In Bhagavatam, if you see, Lord Ananta is mentioned as Sahasrafand. He has 1,000 hoods. With all these 1,000 hoods, he is going on glorifying the Lord. Since time immemorial. So he has not even begun. So we can understand that, okay, to whatever our capacity is, to that extent we can understand, and that is our fulfillment of understanding the beauty or opulences or whatever energies, potencies Lord has. So this is one aspect that Prabhupada is covering in this purport. Another point very nicely Prabhupada says is, the Lord's facial expression always indicates that he is ready to show favor and benediction to the devotees. And to explain this point, Srila Prabhupada quotes from Bhagavad Gita, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu, that he is equal to everybody. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, although he acts equally to everyone, because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and because all living entities are his sons, he is especially inclined to those engaged in devotional service. Now very nicely, Srila Prabhupada, in that purport of 9th chapter, this verse 29th verse, Prabhupada has given an analogy to explain this. The mood of Lord. Sometimes Lord is perceived like Bhagavad Gita means, what is the essence of Bhagavad Gita? So, or what is the final instruction of Bhagavad Gita? Surrender to the Lord. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. But there is another aspect of Lord which is explained by Srila Prabhupada in Bhagavad Gita in different purports. So what is that aspect? That how, here it is mentioned, the aspect of benediction, show favor and benediction to the devotees, the love of Krishna for devotees. Right? So, little part I will read. The very phrase Krishna consciousness suggests that those who are in such consciousness are living transcendentalists situated in Him. Right? Because translation goes like this: I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also friend to him. Whoever renders service unto me in devotion, that is one who is situated in Krishna consciousness or fully situated in Krishna service. So now here it is written, the Lord says here distinctly, Mayite, in me. Naturally, as a result, the Lord is also in them. This is reciprocal. This also explains the words Asti na priya ye bhajanti. Whoever surrenders unto me, proportionately I take care of him. This transcendental reciprocation exists because both the Lord and the devotee are conscious. Right? So, Lord's here we see the Lord's facial expression always indicates that He is ready to show favor and benediction to the devotees. And He is especially inclined to those engaged in devotional service. Now Prabhupada gives an analogy. When a diamond is set in a golden ring, it looks very nice. Okay, so you have a golden ring and you place a diamond in that, it looks very nice. The gold is glorified, and at the same time the diamond is glorified. The Lord and the living entity eternally glitter, and when the living entity becomes inclined to the service of the Supreme Lord, he looks like gold. Right? So, when a devotee, when a living entity, he renders devotional service, he glitters like gold. And when he is in connection with Lord like this, the beauty of a devotee enhances because he is in connection with the Lord. Right? So, by connecting with the Lord, the devotee becomes glorified. The devotee is compared to the golden ring. And when a diamond is placed, already gold looks very nice. When the diamond is placed, the gold's beauty or the appreciation increases. Take care. The Lord is a diamond, and so this combination is very nice. The living entities in a pure state are called devotees. And the Supreme Lord becomes the devotee of His devotees. If a reciprocal relationship is not present between the devotee and the Lord, then there is no personalist philosophy. So here, Sri Prabhupada is mentioning that the Lord becomes devotee of His devotees, and the Lord also becomes glorified because of His devotees. Right? Because the devotees always go on glorifying the Lord. So it is reciprocal. So now He is especially inclined to those engaged in devotional service. So He is equal to everybody as Paramatma. Paramatma means Upadashta, Anumanta, and Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. Every living entity is maintained by the Lord. Whether he is serving the Lord, or he is neutral, or he is against the Lord, serving the Lord, or he is disconnected from the Lord, or he is against, working even against the Lord. Right? Everybody is maintained by the Lord. Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. And they are left to their karma. Whatever is their karma, Lord provides them according to their karma. But when a devotee is there, then the mood of Lord changes. Very nicely, in first chapter also, the mood of Lord is explained. As a natural devotee of the Lord, this is first chapter when Arjuna is saying that I will not fight. Just leave this fighting aside, and why to incur sin, why to kill them for property. So Prabhupada explains, as a natural devotee of the Lord, Arjuna did not like to retaliate against the miscreant cousins and brothers. But it was the Lord's plan that they should all be killed. The devotee of Lord does not retaliate against a wrongdoer, but the Lord does not tolerate any mischief done to the devotee by the miscreants. So this is the favor or the love of Krishna for the devotees. He will not tolerate. Even the devotee says, okay, leave them. Arjuna said, we will not fight. They are greedy. Very clearly Arjuna says, they are greedy, we are not greedy. Right? So, although these men overtaken by greed see no fault, but we are not like that. So now Prabhupada is explaining, but the Lord does not tolerate any mischief done to the devotee by the miscreants. The Lord can excuse a person on his own account. If somebody offends the Lord may excuse him. But he excuses no one who has done harm to his devotees. Therefore the Lord was determined to kill the miscreants, although Arjuna wanted to excuse them. So, this is how the Lord is inclined towards his devotees. So, he favors devotees by protection, he favors devotees by granting benediction, he favors devotee by increasing their love for Krishna, by enhancing their devotional service. In the verse Yogakshemam Vahamyaham, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. So Lord, Yogakshema means, Shema means to protect. Like when we do Sankalpa prayer also, we say Shema Aishwarya. So Shema means to protect, to maintain. It should be preserved. Preserved is the word Prabhupada uses. So there, Srila Prabhupada explains that for a devotee, whatever yoga he has done, whatever service he has done, Lord will protect his devotional service. He will not let that devotional service diminish or destroy. So in different ways, the Lord shows favor to his devotees, and when a yogi takes a darshan of the Lord in his heart in this way, when he sees the pleasant countenance or the pleasant face of the Lord, he gets this assurance that Lord is there to protect me, and that is a relief for a devotee from the material pangs, and that is an enhancement of his devotional bliss or spiritual bliss. So a Lord is so merciful, so benevolent to a devotee, that he is ready to fulfill any desire of that devotee, right? And one such very super excellent example that we have, and we have a very special occasion today, that is Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami's disappearance day. So Lord in the form of Shaligram, he was worshipped. Lord was worshipped by Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami in the form of Shaligram. So he bestowed that benediction upon Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami and appeared as a Tribhanga form. So in Shaligram he is in a round form, not manifesting the features of a person, right? But he did like that for favoring his devotee. So Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami is one of the most prominent Vaishnava acharyas in our sampradaya, and he is one of the 6 Goswamis who are direct disciples of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they are specially benedicted by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to establish this Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya very firmly, very strongly, to establish this Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya and spread it all over through their literary works, through their teachings, through their demonstration of Vaishnava culture and behavior. So Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he was from Sri Rangam. He was son of Sri Venkata Bhatta. They belong to the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. So once when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had been on the South India tour, right? By foot he was walking and traveling all over South India, preaching Krishna consciousness and Harinam. So there happened to be Chaturmasya period, 4 months period, during which he happened to be in Srirangam, and he stayed for 4 months at the house of Sri Venkat Bhatta. They are 3 brothers actually. So Venkat Bhatta had a son by name Gopal Bhatta. So Gopal, he was a 10-year-old boy, and during those 4 months Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would discuss Vaishnava philosophy with the family, and Gopal Bhatta Goswami, that time he was a boy, he would serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very diligently. He would serve, and he was so so much devoted to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he decided that I will leave my family life, I will leave the family, and I will go with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with him and serve him all throughout. So he was so surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even that time, during those 4 months of service. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you are with your parents, so you would serve them, and when your parents leave this world, they pass away, that time you join, I'll let you. So when he was around 16 years, that time his parents allowed him, okay, you can go now. And they were also very devoted to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All their lives after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left their home, means he moved on for his yatra, they were constantly meditating on instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and constantly remembering Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they left their bodies. So then Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he went to Vrindavan, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know that he has gone to Vrindavan now, leaving Sri Rangam, and he was instructed to take shelter of Srila Sanatana Goswami and Srila Rupa Goswami. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu informed Srila Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami that he has come, and you treat him like your younger brother with all care, affection, and guide him nicely. And Gopal Bhatta Goswami was very humble, very meticulous in his service, very sincere. And Srila Sanatana Goswami personally took care of him, guided him, and he was so pleased with Gopal Bhatta Goswami's humility. Actually, Gopal Bhatta Goswami's humility is very exemplary. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita also we learn from Srila Prabhupada that when Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wanted to write Chaitanya Charitamrita, he went to all the Goswamis, all the Vaishnavas, and took their permission, took their blessings, sought their approval. And when he came to Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he said that please do not mention my name anywhere in Chaitanya Charitamrita, because I am such a fallen devotee that such a sacred, holy literature should not have my name. But still, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami very carefully in 1 or 2 paragraphs he mentions his name. So that kind of humility he had. And when Sanatana Goswami was very pleased, Sanatana Goswami compiled Hari Bhakti Vilasa, which gives the Vaishnava guidance, which gives the guidance of Vaishnava culture, Vaishnava behavior, Vaishnava conduct for brahmacharis, grahasthas, vanprastha, sannyasis, for all of them. And he was so pleased, Sri Sanatana Goswami was so pleased with Gopal Bhatta Goswami that he compiled this literature, and he mentioned his name. In his name he compiled this literature, Hari Bhakti Vilasa. So later on, Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami took this Hari Bhakti Vilasa and collected all the essence of it and then represented it. So when we see sometimes on Hari Bhakti Vilasa book, Srila Sanatana Goswami's name is also mentioned, Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami's name is also mentioned. And that time he was very young, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Still, we can understand that an Acharya like Sanatana Goswami, he is offering this book in his name, he is presenting this book in his name. So what kind of humility, what kind of Vaishnava etiquette, culture, behavior he must be having. So Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he was constantly remembering Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was glorifying Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and talking Krishna Katha, Bhagavat Katha discourses. So after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, he came to know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's departure from this planet, from his Prakat Leela, and then he became very overwhelmed with separation, and he was crying. He used to cry, very, very painfully he used to cry in that separation, missing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in his dream and instructed him to go to Nepal and visit Gandaki river and say holy places there. So when Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami went to Nepal and he entered Gandaki river and he was filling his kamandalu with the river water, 12 shaligrams on their own, 12 shaligram deities, they entered into his kamandalu. So when he lifted his kamandalu, he saw so many shaligrams have come. I just wanted water for my daily rituals and worship. So he again poured back the water and shaligrams into the river. Again he filled it, again the shaligrams came. So again he poured back. He thought maybe another mistake. Third time when he did, then he understood. Again the 12 shaligrams were there in his kamandalu. So he understood that it is Lord's wish that he wants to grant me his seva in this form. So he brought all of them very carefully back to Vrindavan and he started worshipping them. So when he started worshipping shaligrams, and he was very, very respectful, very meticulously he would worship them. And sometimes he would see that other acharyas like Rupa Goswami had, Govindji deity, Sanatan Goswami had Madan Mohan deity, like that, Sri Madhu Pandit Acharya, he had Vrindavan Chandra deity, Gopinath deity. So different acharyas, different Goswamis had deities with personal form, personal feature, and they could decorate, do shringar and do many other sevas which he could not do with the Shaligram deity. So like that he used to feel that kind of missing aspect in his seva, in his worship. So once there was a very rich Brahman, a very rich merchant, he had come to Vrindavan and he got to take satsang from Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And he was so enchanted by his satsang, and he was so transformed that as a seva, as an offering, dakshina to the Goswami, he presented lot of ornaments, deity dresses and other paraphernalia for serving the deity to Goswami, to Gopal Bhatta Goswami, that please take this as my seva and offer to your deities. So that time Gopal Bhatta Goswami felt severe pain in his heart that I don't have that form of deities where I can offer these alankars, these shringars to the Lord. So whole night, and that was Narsimha Chaturdashi night. So whole night he was weeping and crying, feeling that separation of that form, that eternal beauty which we are discussing, that form is not there, those features are not there. So how will I offer? Where can I offer the bangles? Where can I offer the kundal, karna kundal to the Shaligram? So in this way he crying, he slept off. And then next morning when he got up and he got ready and he went to worship the deities, then he had a potli, a bag in which the Shaligrams were kept. He opened and he saw that one of the Shaligrams, that had Damodar Shaligram, he had transformed into the most beautiful Radharaman deity. And he became very delighted, very, very delighted. Right, so he started crying that Lord has heard his prayer, and that was Vaishakha Purnima. We often get to celebrate or hear, in our communication that this is the appearance day of Sri Radharaman. So that is the day when Radharaman appeared, and Raman means to give transcendental pleasure. So this form of Lord, he appeared in, and Radharaman deity, if everybody has taken darshan, he is unique in his features. He is really unique in his features. Even in such a small deity, you can see the features of his fingers, his smile, his eyes, very distinctly visible, very distinctly visible. So here when it is mentioned, the beauty is not temporary, it is ever existing, right? And this is transcendental beauty. We can in such a small form of the deity also we can relish that. It has enchanted so many devotees like that, So when this news came, he became very happy. He organized a festival. It spread like wildfire that Gopal Bhatta Goswami's Shaligram has transformed into Shri Vigraha, Tribhangi Shri Vigraha. Right, and everybody came, and then they had a very grand, elaborate festival. So this one Leela of Sri Radharaman covers both the aspects of this purport today. What are both the aspects of purport? Prabhupada has pointed out. First paragraph of the purport points out the transcendental, ever-existing, eternal beauty of the Lord, right, which is enchanting. And second aspect is granting that benediction to the devotee. Devotee desires, Lord immediately reciprocates. Because very nicely, this we have discussed many times, but this verse is so beautiful. In Bhagavad Gita, seventh chapter, 18th verse. The translation goes like this: all these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider verily to dwell in me. When Lord Krishna says this, it's not ordinary statement. I consider him verily to dwell in me. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he attains me. And then he says, of these the wise one who is in full knowledge in union with me through pure devotional service is the best. For I am very dear to him and he is dear to me. So Lord calling somebody very dear to himself. Right? Now in this purport, Prabhupada explains a verse from Bhagavatam. Aham bhakta paradhino hi aswatantra eva duja sadhuvir grasta hridyo bhaktar bhakta janapriya. This is the verse quoted by, spoken by Lord Vishnu to Durvasa Muni. When Sudarshan Chakra is chasing Durvasa Muni and he comes to take shelter of Lord Vishnu, that please protect me from Sudarshan Chakra. Lord says, I cannot protect, I am not independent. I am under my devotee. If my devotee forgives you, then only I can forgive you. I cannot independently forgive you. So he is establishing the position of a devotee. That see, even though Sudarshan is my weapon, but I cannot instruct Sudarshan to stop unless a devotee instructs me to. I am paradhino. Adhin means submissive to somebody. Like we say, no, somebody is adhin somebody, under somebody. So now the translation goes like this. The devotees are always in my heart. Now we can see the reciprocation of Sri Radha Raman with Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. The devotees are always in my heart. The way the deity or the Shaligram deity reciprocated to the prayer, the urge of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and transformed himself for his seva. And I am always in the heart of the devotees. The devotees do not know anything beyond me, and I also cannot forget the devotee. Right? So Lord is saying that my heart is sadhubhir grasta hridayo. Grasta means somebody has captured, occupied. Right? Like we say, grast, bukhar se grast ho gaya. The fever has captured me. I am not able to do anything. I am helpless in this fever. So grast means like that. Somebody pounces upon somebody and captures, the other person becomes helpless. That is called grast actually. So my heart is captured by my devotees. My heart doesn't think independent of devotees, doesn't think beyond my devotees. So I also cannot forget the devotee. There is a very intimate relationship between me and the pure devotees. Right? So Lord is saying, this is how I am connected with my devotees. Pure devotees in full knowledge are never out of spiritual touch, and therefore they are very much dear to me. So this is how we can see the mood of the Lord, the reciprocation of the Lord with pure devotees. And this is what today's verse also explains. So from the life and teachings of Acharyas and Goswamis of Vrindavan, we can learn these. So Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami was one such exemplary Vaishnava Acharya, right? Who has established by his devotional conduct, by his humility, by his devotional service, by meticulous deity worship. He has given many literatures, right? He has given many literatures. Like he has given the summary of Hari Bhakti Vilasa, then Shat Kriya Sar Deepika, that how deity worship should be done, right? Shat Kriya Sar Deepika, how a devotee should worship deities, how a devotee should act as a Vaishnava, how a devotee should behave as a Vaishnava. So all these things, and Srila Jiva Goswami has given in his Tattva Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami has elaborated this work of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and he has mentioned that I am representing this in very reframed manner by the blessings of previous acharyas, by the teachings of previous acharyas like Madhvacharya, Sridhar Swami, and many others, right? And then he has given commentary on many, Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami has given commentary on many Vaishnava literature, just to establish, just to teach us how to conduct ourselves, right? And this is today is a very auspicious day, that disappearance day of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, where we can remember him, remember his behavior, his acharya. Acharya means one who teaches by his example how to humbly serve the Lord, how to develop that intense love for Lord, right? And remember the worshipable Aradhya Vigraha of Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Sri Radha Raman. So we'll stop here. Granthar Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.